Okay, we are on Dusty. It is raining. We have goals, which I am likely to cut out because our initial goal is we're going to go from east to west collecting herbs that we need. And then we are likely to make money unless RP happens. If RP happens, then obviously I'll cut out the bits that aren't RP and show you the bits that are along the way. But that is our initial goal because I would like to make some money. And also there's herbs that need collected. Which I should probably get the herb pouches from the bank. And then we'll check our telegrams. This one and this one. I kind of want to get another one. And then label them. Let's hold on to that unless there's a tobacco. If there's a tobacco job, keep it. If not, we'll just toss it. Because tobacco is easy to gather. Also think I'm gonna take Patty with me and put those. Last thing I need is someone to rob me and say, "Oh, you have pouches of things I need." So we're gonna put them on our horse, on Patty, because our other horse's cutout bags are full. We'll take the rifle at least off of Guinness. Do we have a tobacco job? We do not. This person has an herb pouch, right? Of course they don't. Why wouldn't they? You go get an herb pouch from St. Denis, which is where we're going to be starting anyways. Let's check our telegrams. Someone to Alistair. Alright, so let us go towards Saint Denis. Let's get Patty first. Get that situation. Actually get us out first, get the horse or gets the rifle off the horse, and then switch to Patty. Rain has stopped.
Howdy.
So we're gonna have one for poppies, one for cannabis, and one for... Why do I keep hearing people?
Hi.
Ma'am?
I'm trying to remember what all he has. His tackle box, he has 2 rifles, which I don't know if I'm gonna keep that varmint rifle, to be honest. I don't think I'm gonna be doing much bird hunting. And my Lancaster, what else does he have? He has a 3rd thing. What is it? Tackle box, 2 rifles. My mortar and pestle? Maybe it's the mortar and pestle. Which we might... No, we can't, actually. Glad I was far enough away this time so he didn't fall off the roof. Oh, the key. Shit. We'll keep it on him. We don't need it for now. I kind of want to... kind of want to get rid of this. We bought it for hunting, but hunting's just not for me. And bird hunting especially. Let's get rid of it. We get rid of the tobacco leaves. Unload ammo. Okay. Time for Patty. Hello, boy. Feeling better? Lancaster back. Put these back, and then we'll get a 3rd one. So need a stew. Why? I don't understand why it gets stuck after you open your bag and then immediately take off like that. Let's get a stew, and then we can go over to Saint Denis. Get an herb pouch. And then start there together stuff. We'll get a couple stews so we can top off. Don't have to worry about it for a while. So we're going to be busy picking herbs. We'll start at the florist since that's where we're going to be ended up for... Oh, let's go ahead and get labels here. So we can label what we have so far. That way we have an extra label. We can label the last herb pouch. That way we don't have to remember to do that later. We need 3 labels. Okay, let's figure this out. So I think this one is coca. And this one's cannabis. Which I keep forgetting how to spell. That's right, correct? Yes. And the other one will be, I keep wanting to do alt to try to open Patty's saddlebag. The other one will be poppies. I'm gonna have to get used to Patty, because people keep claiming that horse stats aren't actually a thing, but the times that Guinness has tossed his head at things, he sidesteps sometimes, but most of the time he tosses his head at things and usually remains calm. A lot calmer than what I'm used to. Patty isn't... I don't think Patty's that way. I think Patty may actually be a bit more spooky. We'll see. We'll see as we ride around. So there's a route we're planning on taking. We're going through St. Denis to get the coca leaves. And then we're going to go through and collect the cannabis at the 6 different sites that we know. The last site being over in the west, where the poppies are, which we will gather while we're there. And that should be our circuit. And then we're likely to put these pouches in the apartment because Alistair seems to want to be in charge of making the drugs. Which is fine by me because I'm already making food and moonshine and everything else, so I don't want to do that on top. I can gather the stuff, but making the drugs, he can do it. He and Luke can. will just be helpful in gathering things. And then once that's done, we will focus on making money because I would very much like to get our wagon. Chopping at the bit. I'm kind of stalled right now as far as business RP. It is dark as hell on this street. There we go. It's adjusting now. Jesus. Right. And the first bit of coca leaves are over here, so we'll gather those while we're here. This will be Poppy. Apparently, a banana. I don't remember marking this as one of the banana locations. There's 2 at Behind the Pearl, 1 behind the Bastille, and 1 off. So this is the 5th one here at the marketplace. Good to know. Me. Right here. I'm gonna make note of that in my little thing. Okay, that is all 56. I kind of skimmed around to see if I found any more anywhere, but didn't really see any more, so maybe 56 is the number, a very odd number to choose. But, you know.
I can't wait till I'm the only one running this town. Can't disagree.
Put these in our bag. We have 1 bump, which I kind of want to see. Is it as simple as... Of course it isn't. I guess we'll have to figure that out. Tomorrow we will have 2 bumps, or later on today. So we got a telegram as we were getting things done, so let's check it and then we'll go on to the next thing. Miss Dusty, wonderful to hear. Sounds like you've been working hard. Things have been well. Ain't moving, I ain't earning, that's for sure. Catch up soon, do tell on some downtime. He really wants to hang out with Dusty. Mm. Okay, so our next stop is here. Let's see. Do we want to go that? We probably should go that way and then Heartland Overflow. And then down. Let me remember where all these are. Amasa Roads. There's a location here as well. So yeah, then maybe that's what we need to do. We go here, go up to Heartland, down, here, here. And the next one that I know of is Great Plains. And then Lake Don Julio, which we can get the poppies over there. Okay. I don't understand why it's trying to get me to do that. Why can't we just do this? And where is it taking me? Weird ass roundabout way. Let's just go through the main road. Okay. Patty kind of flinches too. Seems alright otherwise. Yes, he's already calming down. He still kind of tosses his head a bit, but that's fine. Also, I hear a storm brewing outside, so let's see if I'm lucky again about power. Alright. So the next place we're going is Heartland Overflow, which this is above the R. Right around there. So we need to check our telegrams. Which of those two are... Anyways, looks like Alistair's having a rough go of it. We'll be over in that direction soon, but I would like to go through my route first. Okay, that's Heartlands. What did we say? We were gonna go down here next. Which it's like... Hold on. Yeah, like right around where the circle is. Lots of things going on in that area. Gunshots, there's people. I don't know what they're doing, honestly. But we managed to get over here. We're just gotta find a creative way to get back out. Okay, we need to get ourselves it's like here-ish. But we have a something happening over near the market and then someone else shooting in the area. What's still happening over there? Yep. Don't know what's going on there. Don't want to know. Dusty's being cautious. To the next one. Which I feel like there may be one around here somewhere, but we'll just go to one that's above the G. Around this area. So I think what we're gonna do, because I know Alistair is in Blackwater, is we're gonna take the bridge across and go to Blackwater to check on him and then say, hey, you wanna come with me to get the rest? Hey.
Go find somewhere to go.
Alright. The bench, or are we moving elsewhere?
Yeah, we can go to the bench.
Okay. This one, or you mean the one in?
Actually, yeah, we can go to the one here. That way I don't feel like I drove you all the way over here for nothing.
What was that?
I said that way I don't feel like I drug you all the way over here for nothing when I could just stayed in Strawberry.
I've still got some rounds to do around here, but I figured I'd come check on you.
Yeah, it won't be long and we can go out together if you want.
All right.
Can't remember if this cliff.
It's over here.
I can't remember if this cliff or the other one. Speaking of which, we missed a very long shootout apparently yesterday in Blackwater.
What was that?
Apparently you missed a very long shootout yesterday in Blackwater.
Oh, well, I just come across some interesting things while I was coming here.
Oh, like what?
Well, I was making my rounds collecting cannabis. I collected, I started in St. Denis and got all the coca leaves, so we have enough for one bump. I'm not entirely sure how to make that, but I have enough, so we can figure that out.
Jesus.
And I went through my rounds of collecting cannabis, and on my way to the one near Rhodes, I saw what looked like a one of those checkpoints. They had like wagons and horses kind of blocking the bridge. I paused to kind of take a look at them to see if I could see any badges, but I didn't want to get too close just in case they roped me into whatever the hell that is. So I decided to go across the railroad instead and disappear in the hills. And as soon as I got closer to Rhodes, I heard a bunch of shooting. So between whatever that checkpoint thing is and the shooting, it seems to be very active over there near Rhodes.
Well, good to know. Was the
Yeah.
checkpoint law, or did it look like law, or did it look like people just holding up a spot to rob whoever comes by?
I couldn't tell when I gathered my cannabis and made my way over again. I paused on the hill to try to get a closer look, but they were also looking at me, and I didn't want to stay for too long. I couldn't see any badges, but I don't know if I was at a distance where I
Yeah.
couldn't see the badges.
To be honest, I think that they were people that were out just to hold up a spot to rob. I feel like they would have sent someone out to chase you down.
Yeah, but there was quite a few of them. There was like one or maybe two wagons. It was over by the market, so it's hard to tell which wagons were theirs and which ones were just set up for the
Mm.
market. And then like several horses, and yeah, it was
Yeah, that
it
sounds
was
like law.
it was in a blind spot. So if you weren't paying attention, you would come up on them pretty quickly. But I was paying attention, so as soon as I come around the corner and I saw them, I backtracked to the uh, railroad.
It would make sense it's law because they seem to be out fucking full force, as I found out the hard way.
Oh,
I was on my last fucking delivery up the past Coulter, and of course, fucking 3 law right up. I don't have any kind of decoys on me. It didn't matter. They were to check every single damn package, which is a bit
God.
annoying. So, as one of them hopped off their horse to go investigate, I knew after, hey, we're right at the border of the whiteout. So I stole his horse, rode for a while, tried to duck into some deep snow in the middle
Mm-hmm.
of the whiteout. They find me again, steal a different deputy's horse. Because I don't know why they didn't immediately have guns drawn on me at that point. That's their own fault. Now, granted, I wouldn't have shoot, but still. So still, another deputy's horse, right off for a while. Would have made it, but for some reason, the deputy's horse decided just to veer right up a mountain. We go
Oh
falling.
God.
I fall off the horse and get hurt a bit, which I'm fine. 2 hours. I was curled up to a tree trying to stay warm. Luckily, rangers found me and didn't know I just fled from law. So they just take me back to Coulter, warm me up, and then I get on my horse and I casually ride away.
Okay.
So, yeah, I lost 10 bottles, but I mean, 10 is better than all 30 of them.
I'm losing all the money.
Yeah. Which, I mean, granted, the money all I got was enough basically to cover the wagon and the packages I got.
Mm. I mean, at least you broke even and not,
Yeah.
loss.
It is what it is.
And at least you're not too badly hurt and you didn't get caught.
Yeah, no. I would have gotten away if that horse didn't, for some reason, decide to veer right then. I don't know why I didn't tell it to go that way. It just decided, now we're going to try to scale this mountain.
It's a law
Fuck it.
horse. It was against you the entire time.
Yeah, probably, but God, it was fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie, still one guy, he's like, "You motherfucker, get off my horse." I was like, "Why would I get off your horse right after taking it?" And then as I stole the other one, he's like, "Oh, he's taking me off my horse." They fire a warning shot, but again, it's white out, so they could have just easily shot one of their own.
Yeah, yeah.
So I just book it. And the whole reason why I kept on going, because I'm like, you're not going to be able to see me well enough to shoot confidently.
Mm-hmm.
And you shooting blindly is going to lead to someone else getting hurt.
Yeah.
So yeah, if anyone asks, my name's not Alistair.
Oh,
I
did they know
stupidly,
your name?
I stupidly gave it because I figured, my cover will be good enough. I had a pickaxe on me. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get some ice. I had one package left in the entire fucking wagon. But no, unlike other law I've talked with, they were very determined to catch someone.
I see.
So, and to be fair, people fucking mistake me for every other person in the crossing. So,
Is that the reason why you have a flat cap on? I don't usually see you with a flat cap.
yeah, my other hat's a little too indistinguishable, or
Yeah.
distinguishable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so that and I had to trim down the mustache. I couldn't fully commit to getting rid of all of it.
You had to leave at least a little bit of facial hair.
Exactly. It would have been too obvious if I was clean shaven.
Yeah,
I gave
yeah.
it away. But yeah. So
What is
yeah,
your
what were you
name
doing?
instead?
Will.
Will?
Yeah, I had to think of something quickly when the Rangers asked me for a name. Cause I was like, I don't want to give you my actual name because pretty sure they share records with each other.
Yeah.
So I was like, Will. Will is my name.
Will it is.
But yeah. Needless to say, exciting time. I'm done doing deliveries until Luke comes back.
Yeah.
Just go figure. The entire time, I don't see Law the entire time I'm working. I decided to do a last minute delivery before he comes back. Bam. Fucking right up on Law. And apparently there's a checkpoint. So yeah,
Yep.
needless to say, I am done doing deliveries today.
Yeah, probably wise. Probably just stick to gathering herbs here, maybe making some money the legit way for a little bit.
I mean, I might be a little willing to do uh like get something for like nitrate or gold bars or something. Just
Mm,
because one, I don't have to go on a road for that. I can go off road and be fine. I don't need a wagon.
yeah.
Speaking of which, I technically now have enough for a wagon.
Oh, very nice.
But now I'm debating: do I want to just wait and get a wagon with 10 spots in it, or do I want to? The dilemma never ends.
But I was having that same dilemma. I don't know if like the baking wagon makes sense for um for my whole front, but then I have to think about I'm gonna need extra storage for the moonshine and everything else that I need for the speakeasy because it's not gonna fit in my. Also, I don't want that wagon to be recognized as a speakeasy. You know.
Well, I will say, whenever we do open up the speakeasies and such, I'm more than fine pulling out my own wagon to use as transport. So even if, say, you have an apartment that you have stuff stashed away in,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't have quite enough space on your own wagon, I can just pull out mine. So if that's, one thought at least. And whenever
Okay.
Luke gets his own wagon, that'd be a third. So that helps you any in your decision, at least for that aspect.
All right. Yeah, that helps a bit because I was sitting there trying to think. It's like, do I want to keep pushing? But if I keep pushing, that means I'm gonna delay my front business that kind of needs to get going before we open anything else.
Yeah. And I mean, to be fair, a lot of my stock would not be in a wagon anyway. Because I mean, if let's say I start buying guns off of people,
Mm-hmm.
right? Well, I'm just gonna store them in my apartment, probably mounted on a wall, so they're not even in a crate. That way, I can, show off to people, hey, this is what I've got.
Makes sense. Turn your place into kind of like a showroom slash clinic.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And well,
I'm pretty sure you can also show off the gold bars you have if you want to put them on display.
see, I feel like that would just be asking me to get robbed even more. And then I step outside the apartment every single time, just, got any gold bars on you? But so yeah, oh yeah, I was gonna make some dynamite today. I might do that at some point. I'm not
Okay.
really rushing to do that just because it's a pain in the ass. Which I do have a rough estimate on how much I charge for a crate of dynamite.
And that's
Be
that.
like uh anywhere from $2,888 to $3,000.
You want a nice even number there, not
Yeah, so that's why it's like I'll probably just do 3,000. Just say the extras cost of labor.
yeah.
But so yeah, let's because the bare minimum price per stick is like let me think of it real quick. I had it memorized, but then I forgot. It's almost like I probably have some head trauma. Individual stick is like $360,
Okay.
and that's with no cost of like labor put onto it. That's just bare materials. Well, yeah, bare materials. But yeah, needless to say,
That's
uh,
to break even with it, or
yeah, that is like to break even. Bare minimum is 360 because nitrate is 300. Animal glue for all of it's $8. Elastis is $1. Animal fats 50 cents. Black powder to get as much as I need for a stick is $50. Aluminum can I can get one for 50 cents. Sawdust is free. Sticks are free.
okay. So if you put a crate of dynamites for 3,000, you would be getting 375 per dynamite,
Yeah, so which that's
which
your
is
own individual price. I mean,
$15 profit for everything, not considering labor and everything.
yeah. Well, you also have to realize that while nitrate has a value, and yes, we make shine for it, it's not necessarily it doesn't really cost us anything. So I still view it as a pretty decent profit or profit.
Yeah, I mean it costs us labor and the
Yeah, which is
nitrate
what
being so unstable.
which is why I would say at 300 is just uh, seems alright to me, I suppose. But I might if I can get some more connections with people, I might see what their prices are because I don't care about cutting people off, who are working legal stuff. So say opium. I don't care if I undersell someone who is a civilian. I'd rather not do that to other criminals.
And we're
Just
selling that opium and cocaine and everything else at the
yeah,
speakeasy, right?
Yeah.
That's what so I think my argument, if someone goes, hey, you're in our competition, stay out of our territory, whatever, is point out we're selling this at a location that's
Yeah,
not
we don't.
often open. We're not going around from place to place and asking people if they want
Yeah, we are stationary for the
it.
most part. I mean, if someone walks up to me and is like, "Hey, I know you sell opium. Can I buy a hit off you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to," but I'm not gonna
Yeah.
go in the corner and be like, "Hey, selling up." Which, grant, for some reason, I decided to go with a group of people that were fleeing the gunfight. I don't really know why. Don't ask me.
Mm,
I didn't care. I came back anyway to watch what was going on. But a few people were a little bit frazzled because I guess some gunshots did get pretty close to them.
yeah.
But I was like, "Oh, you know what? Take off that edge. Some nice opium. I might be selling some." Oh, they all got a laugh at her. They all like, "Hey, good businessman." I didn't actually have it on me, sadly.
Oh,
I because whenever I do take it out, I'm going to leave the bricks somewhere safe because right now I have the bricks just stashed in the narcotics bag.
oh, you
So I
can
would be,
stash them in a narcotics bag.
yeah, I
Okay.
would be very angry if I got completely robbed of everything.
Yeah.
It sucked, but
Currently, Patty's got 3 different herb pouches. One of them's got cannabis, one of them's got coca leaves, and I got another one to put poppies in when I'm making my rounds.
oh yeah, I have just a little bit of cannabis, only like 15. I
I
was gonna hit
figured
it again, but I forgot because I was tired.
I would put these pouches in. I'm assuming we're gonna be making most of our stuff in this Blackwater apartment.
Yeah, for the most part, just
So
because.
I think what I'm gonna do is once we make these rounds, put that all in the apartment and then get like another herb pouch just to have on me to put everything I collect and then come back to Blackwater to put them in their designated places because I have them all labeled.
Yeah,
That way people know where it is if they want to make. I figured I'd focus on making the shine. You could probably focus on you and if Luke wants to join in, focus on making the drugs.
yeah. That way, you can also, when your front's open, can focus on making stuff for your front, because that way it's not purely on you making everything.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing I was thinking of because I'm also going to have to make food and make sure the other alcohol that's not shine gets imported and everything. So
Yeah, that's why I kind of figured I'll take over a decent. I mean, we can kind of share the cocaine since they'll be mainly sold at the speakeasy.
yeah,
Opium, I'm more than fine with just carrying around a little bit on me to sell off to people, but yeah, I figure that way you can focus on that, and then I also don't have to worry about the shine and alcohol part of business at all too much, other than selling it occasionally,
yeah,
doing deliveries. But that way I can also focus on the whole dynamite, the trying to buy less than clean guns, bank bots, all that kind of. Which, granted, I know Luke's gonna come in and take a chunk of that on his own, or at least help with a good chunk of it.
yeah. I'm gonna need. So obviously we're making crate for deliveries and everything else, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
need extra to make my infusions for selling at the
yeah.
speakeasy.
Which we can always. That's another reason why I might go ahead and buy a wagon. That way we have one, so we can start stockpiling some mash.
Yeah, which there's enough room for about 40 jugs of moonshine in a crate, which is probably all I'm gonna need. So that's what, like eight 8 bottles of mash extra.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Yeah, I figured I'd have enough for a few different. My signature infusion is caramel apple. So that one's going to stay, but I figured I'd rotate different other flavors for moonshine, the speakeasy. I won a lot of underground awards in Toronto for my caramel apples. So
Honestly, it's one of those things that even people who aren't necessarily fond of drinking would probably also try.
yeah,
So that makes sense.
but everyone always likes the apple pie one. I wanted to do a different kind of apple
Yeah,
thing.
get
So
some cooked sugar kind of taste into it, other than
hmm
just straight apple.
yep.
I don't know about you, but I am not looking forward to. Well, okay, I'm looking forward to Luke coming back, but I'm not looking forward to the laundry list.
I sat down last night and did a bit of organizing of different things, including writing notes down of everything that Luke needs to know.
Which I'll probably let you go first over that. That
hmm
way, maybe something you say will remind me of something I did. That way.
Well, I'm deciding to admit whatever you told me. I mean, I have it written down if you need a little bit of a reminder of what all you
Oh
need,
no,
but
I very much remember. Which, by the way, if he tells you to leave or to go get a medical bag or to make sure there's no one around, I'll have to very quickly go click 'cause I'm gonna have the shit beat out of me.
yeah, I mean,
Especially since altogether the amount of bottles that would be unaccounted for minus. I mean, I'm just gonna tell him I got caught. That I don't really give a shit. It happens, but 60 bottles unaccounted, or no, not even 60 bottles. It'd be 90 bottles at this point. 90 bottles unaccounted for. One, I can't even drink that much, even in a week. So I have a feeling he's gonna kick my ass.
why, why does, if you have a feeling of, why don't you just outright say why and not fuck with them?
Because listen, I have known this man the entire 30 years of my life. I live to fuck with him because I know deep down he has my back. But God, I gotta make him regret having my back sometimes.
God. All right,
Listen,
I'll be ready to
listen.
pick you back up.
Hey, I plan on coming clean before he actually starts throwing punches. At least I'll throw punches. He won't shoot me. That's.
Yeah, yeah.
But listen. I used to be way worse when we were teenagers. Absolutely horrible.
When I was sitting there going through everything, I mean, all of mine is just talking about the different men that are in my fan club at this point. No, nothing's really. I mean, the only one.
Things have gotten worse, Luke. She has a harem.
Well,
He's
see,
having to beat people off with bats.
the thing is, my fan club may be these people, but the only one who really reaches out to me and tries to hang out with me is Tommy. I've had him send telegrams
Oh,
to me twice today.
Lord. Well, I mean, could be worse.
Yeah, I guess.
Is Tom,
Um,
okay, I'm sorry. You have so many. Is Tommy the one with the weird animal
yeah,
obsession?
yeah, that's the one.
Oh God. I'm sorry, but he's the type that I think would taxidermy you and keep you. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Um, but Sal's. Have you gotten any telegrams from him?
Nope.
Yeah, so Sal hasn't sent telegrams, even though he said he would. Um, I've been sending telegrams to Jesse because I wanted to show him the other locations that I found. And it's a thank you for showing me the ones that he found. But I've not gotten
Yeah.
anything back from him.
To be fair, with some issues that have came across the crossing, people might have went away a little bit to touch grass at those places for a moment. You know.
Yeah, probably.
So I would say give them a few more days. They might pop back up.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything from Conrad. Um, First Conrad last we heard he was sick, so whatever.
Yeah, he
Um,
might. I mean,
and that sounds like they stick around at a camp, and Conrad doesn't check his telegrams often, so that's probably what's happening there.
yeah.
Who else is in my fan club?
I mean, you do have that married ranger or
That's
game
Sal.
warden. Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, again, there's so many of them.
Mickey, the the Mickey and Samuel that was putting together a security thing, thanks to me. Haven't
Yeah.
heard anything back from them. That just a lot of people I haven't heard back from. It's just that they get my telegram and everything else and never really reach out.
I still haven't heard back from Hudson, that guy that was thinking about selling me a dirty gun,
Mm,
which is fine. Ellie may have lost it. He was waiting for a associate of his that would also be around because he said he would want to be there, and I'm just like, don't know if I like that, but sure.
well,
It's not like if we had more numbers to us, I'd be like, yeah, sure, come on up, and I'd have more people around. But one, I don't want you seeing in that kind of business, and well, Luke hasn't been back yet, so hopefully, by the time they reach back out to me, Luke will be around.
well. See, the thing is, I'm the only reason why I don't want to be seen in that sort of business is because I don't want the wrong people to, walk up to me in public and say, "Hey," and talk about illegal things around people they shouldn't. I
Yeah,
don't trust people to keep their fucking mouth shut. At the same time, I have kind of hinted at the people I know after vetting them that they're criminals and everything.
yeah,
So,
which I get that, but at the same time, I mean, it's an arms deal. I don't know if you know, there's already a weapon involved. Tempers can get heated. It's also a safety thing.
right.
Avoid you possibly being shot at or robbed. I'd rather, you're not a face that necessarily needs to be there. You can be nearby. I don't care if you're hell. I don't care if you're in shouting range as long as you're not outwardly seen. It's more of a safety thing than just the image thing.
Yeah, I mean, appreciate that, but I'm gonna have your back regardless.
I mean, that's why you can be around, just don't be seen.
Yeah.
Unless we write up and we see, oh hey, they have more people than they said, then it might be welcome to come along at that point.
Yeah, yeah.
At least they'd be like, hey, look, the odds are a little bit more even. Unless it's a full six, then I'm just bailing.
Yeah,
It's
that's a bit much
yeah,
for just a weapons deal.
yeah, especially one that they sold me one. It's not like it's a crate or a wag. A
Yeah, they
crate,
don't
I
need
could,
that
I
many. Yeah, a crate I can understand,
yeah,
but
yeah. If it was a crate, yeah, sure, bring all the people. Hell, up, fucking appreciate it. But no, a single weapon, you could just come to town. We'll probably come here or go to Strawberry and go, in the bench and do the deal
mhm,
there. That way it's in town, but not in town. But also not so far out of town that, I can just write up, especially depending on how much cash I'll be handing over.
yeah.
But,
Is I can't remember if I asked this or not. Is he actually coming back tomorrow or is he?
today.
Oh, today.
Tonight.
Oh,
Yep. Which I will be gone, Tuesday night, by the way. I thought
okay.
I'd be around, but, turns out, nope.
So are you gonna be around to fill him in?
Tonight? Yeah.
Oh, tonight. Oh, is he?
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be back tonight.
He's not gonna like come back and immediately crash in bed. He's actually gonna.
He might not stay around super long. He might not be say, hey, let's go make more mash, or hey, let's go do this extensive job. But he might be around long enough to get caught up to
Okay.
so that the next day he's ready to actually go out and do things.
Okay.
Yeah, at least to my knowledge, he should be back today at some point
Mm.
tonight.
All right. You So you didn't get too badly injured.
No, honestly, I was getting close to getting frostbite. I won't lie, but they slowly warmed me back up in culture. I should be fine. I just couldn't quite get out of the snow on my own. You alright?
Hmm? Yeah, I'm fine.
Do you often stare off as if you're thinking of something deeply?
When I'm sober, and I definitely haven't had enough drinks today.
We'll fix that at some point today.
Yeah, I've been so focused on gathering herbs and stuff, I haven't really stopped to take a drink.
Yeah, I understand that. I got enough to make like 3 bricks yesterday.
Wow, okay.
Well,
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, I kind of had some leftover flowers from one go, so it was probably more like probably got like 30 plants. So it's not quite as big as it seems.
well, we're about to go get some more because that was the end of my stop was to get poppies.
All right, we can head that way. Hopefully, we'll be far enough away from any law that shouldn't recognize me.
Hopefully not. We need to stop at the place over Great Plains, get that cannabis, and then we can head over.
You can lead the way, and then I'll pick with you, so you get even more.
Okay. Guinness was very upset when I didn't choose him to saddle up.
Uh, yes, I know. He's probably worried Patty's going to put on moves.
Uh-huh. But as you can see, Patty's just not
He's
all
just like
there.
he's like, I'm here to do a job.
She's like, what's the next place we're going to?
All right, where are we going? I don't need any other details. Point the right direction. Granted, couldn't get Sunshine to stop going for a bit once we were getting out of Boulder. She just was like, "No, fuck this place."
Yeah,
I don't think she
don't
likes the
blame her.
cold very much.
We need to actually probably best to go up this ridge first before trying to climb. We need to go across.
You lead the way.
Did I choose the right place? All right. Didn't want to go across the hill here and suddenly hit a cliff.
Yeah, I always love doing that. To
Uh-huh.
be fair, I think I would have been fine after my fall near the mountain. Oh shit! Oh, shoot. One second you were there, next second you weren't.
Patty doesn't like bushes, apparently.
Apparently. I was gonna say, I probably would have been fine after the fall, but I had taken a smaller fall earlier.
Oh.
Wasn't quite healed up from that.
Okay, the place we're going to may or may not have a cougar. And we're gonna skirt the edge and hopefully miss them.
I did see someone ride in Blackwater earlier with the Cougars, so you might be good for a bit.
Oh, that's good. Alright, those are wild horses. If there's wild horses around here, there's no cougar.
True.
You two are just gonna stand there, okay. Hello.
The horse is deciding, yeah, we're not a threat.
I guess so. Oh, no, there he
Oh, nope,
goes.
never mind. I think he was just really interested in his food. Which, you know what, I respect it.
So yeah, they're in treed areas like this or near rocks, which is reason this is how I found so many. Oh wow, there's apparently a lot of people in Blackwater. There's dust kicked up.
Oh, place you're looking at your map.
And I seriously think there may be some along the Dakota and everything else, but I figured 6 locations is enough for us.
Yeah. I doubt it's gonna. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be popular there, but I don't think people will be smoking through them that
Yeah, and I've
that
got
quick.
a ton, so yeah, I've got 200. All right.
All right, poppies.
Yeah, poppies.
All right, away we go.
Are we going this way? Why are we following? Okay.
Like my map doesn't know what to do. Let's look that upside down.
It's like you're going in the opposite direction.
Yeah, like super secret poppy stat.
We're gonna go through tall trees.
Yeah, might as well. I'm not too worried about it.
All right.
Well, you scared of a little bear?
They're not little.
We'll be fine. Just run forward. I mean, to be fair, you do have rifles, though. Most times you shoot at them once, they tend to flee. I think, we'll might kick the poppies twice. And between the time we're waiting for them to regrow, I might, step away for a minute to grab something to eat.
All right.
I don't really want to, I can't really eat anything while I was up in the mountains.
Yeah.
In my luck, I'd be thinking about food, and next thing you know, I just start just eating the tree I was next to,
Yeah, I don't need that.
Extra fiber.
It's a very winding path.
It's not fun to go on a wagon.
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't imagine it would be.
I can't imagine trying to do it in like a 2-horse wagon.
Oh, we need to turn.
That was the only sharp turn I ever remember.
Patty's a bit clumsy. I'm so used to Guinness being so sure-footed.
Maybe he's just rusty, He hasn't been out in a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Just gotta get used to the road again. And again, he's probably so distracted by everything he's seeing. He's like, oh, I forgot what outside is like outside the stall.
I mean, he's always been very aloof, to be honest, so.
He's a type of horse you just kind of click your tongue and he goes, "Oop."
Yeah. You just kind of point him in a direction, and he's like, okay, here we go.
All right, we're going this way, I suppose. Which is not a bad thing, you know. Sometimes you want your spicy horses that somewhat that just knows to go.
I mean, it was helpful in me getting used to riding horses, because I'm not used to riding horses.
Yeah, you can't really get much better of a horse then. Last thing you want to do is throw someone who's not used to horses on a horse that very much has an attitude.
Yeah. Which honestly is surprising given who gifted me this horse, because he's definitely an aggressive rider.
Maybe he had thought he had to be a little bit of a little dull to put up with him.
Yeah.
If the horse with too much of an attitude probably would have bucked the man off.
I'm surprised he had, honestly. Just the way Colin was, he's a very aggressive individual.
You'll have to tell me some stories about those folks. They sound interesting in the worst kind of ways.
Yeah.
Also, I like how I'll be picking poppies again in the dark. We are so good at this.
We really are.
Even when I was on my own yesterday, I just still ended up partially in the dark. I'm about tempted to go buy a damn lantern for this horse just so I can see what I'm doing, but then it's like, now I'm a beacon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know, that's very wise, because I was riding towards Strawberry Valentine the other day, and someone had a lantern, and I could see them from so far away. It was blinding at a very far distance.
Yeah, no, it would only be put on while I'm here picking poppies, or if I'm looking out for other poppy fields at night. Other than that, no, I wouldn't want one. I don't see a point in it.
It's also a very good way to catch your horse on fire if someone shot it.
Oh. I mean, to be fair, if someone would have shot your horse, even without the lantern there, I don't think it's gonna just walk away.
Well, yeah, no, but still. Either being shot or being set on fire.
I mean, at least being on fire, you have a chance to get the fire.
Yeah, I suppose so.
I take the lesser of two, evils here. It's like whenever someone asks you, "Oh, how would you like to die?" How would you prefer to die? It's like, I wouldn't. I don't know why anyone would be like, "Ah, yes, I wish to die this way."
You wouldn't answer that question?
No, because why the fuck would I want to put that kind of thought process in my head? Like, no, in fact, I very much don't plan on dying. I mean, I know it's gonna happen at some point, but like, don't will it upon yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you the kind of pattern I have ended up developing already.
All
How
right.
much I've done this. Basically, just make a really odd shaped loop.
I'm following you. I developed a pattern too while getting coca leaves.
I think it's just those things that whenever someone does it, you'll tell who does it. Whoever you're with is leading because they'll just have their own pattern.
Yeah. I'm assuming you've not found any more besides the 15.
I haven't dedicated enough time to go looking, but I will at some point.
Okay.
Just until we're actually selling it, I'm not too pressed by it.
Well, how often we're going to pick it and stuff doesn't really matter. I'm just curious to know if there's more out there.
Well, it'd be nice to say either shoot out and, armadillo. We can avoid that area entirely if we know another field. I'll say I've gotten to the point where I just need to know a general direction. I ain't waiting for people to be like, "Why are you picking so much coffee?" They'll
Huh?
probably see me here. I said I'm waiting for the person, just a person, to come up and be like, "Why are you picking so much coffee?" 'Cause, what, the second day I'm out here in a row, second or third.
Your response to that is, why aren't you?
Like, listen, I'm a businessman. What about you? This one I'm always I always usually miss it at first. I don't know why.
One of these days you'll get used to it and not miss
Sorry,
it.
what?
Huh?
Sorry, what was that?
I said one of these days you'll get used to it and not miss it.
There it is. I remember it's like between these two cactuses and a bush, which not really descriptive out here, but it's the image, the mental image of it.
One of these patchy areas between a cacti and a bush.
Yes, yes. Very descriptive.
Mhm.
There it is.
What's running over there? Okay.
Oops, yeah, I didn't see anything. So the wolves like to kind of hang out around the area between the S and the T on the map.
Oh, okay.
That is where I've found them most consistently. Nothing like getting yourself 3 perfect wolves to take back to town.
A little bit of money.
Like, over $30.
Nice.
Oh, it's somewhere around here. I probably looked in the wrong spot. Oh, it could be. Oh, there it is. Okay, I see it. The thinnest damn plants.
Yeah.
I got the wrong angle, and it's like a disappeared. Yeah, there it is. Nearly done.
And then we can get the cannabis over by Don Julio. Then
Yep.
I also got to think about something when we go to Armadillo for a big break.
Oh, it's all good. Oh, yeah, I found like the only stove in Armadillo is in the
General
newspaper
store?
office.
Oh,
Yeah, no, I checked the general store. It was in the Saints Daily.
hmm.
Yeah, very awkward to process drugs in her area.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you have a mortar and pestle? Because I'm wondering if that's all you really need for the cocaine.
my bank. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm not trying to run you over you. But yeah, my bank. I can grab it for you before I go eat.
I'm not entirely sure what else it would need, to be honest.
Honestly, can't think of it needing much more than that. Oh, there it is. I can never remember if I picked this one up before yet or not. So because it's one of those that's
Not in line with the rest.
yeah. So I'm gonna double check. I don't remember. But then after that, we've only got like what, one more, I think.
We need 2 more.
Yeah. So all right. Oh, haven't picked this one yet. Ah, yes. Let me just walk over the plant. Add some boot flavor.
I don't think they would notice.
I'd hope not.
Especially when you're cooking everything down and all.
True, true. All right, last one.
Almost in sync.
We're getting there.
That was it, right?
Thank you.
All right, Don Julio. Which or that 5th one or whatever that's in a weird location.
Yeah, it's just a little bit further away. Oh, that could have been bad.
4 is here.
The other one's kind of to like the left of the last one, I think. I did end up playing it yesterday when I was out here.
Yeah, you found it the first time we were looking to. Oh, there it is.
Just kind of randomly just sticks out once you see it.
Yeah.
All right, now the armadillo for a small break.
Mm-hmm.
An intermission, if you will. Yeah, I'll be able to make 3 bricks with what we'll be getting today.
Very nice.
I'm kind of trying to test quickly to see how many I can stack on top of each other.
I see.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's straight back this way.
Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Just trying to lower my voice.
Uh, hand you this mortar pestle, then I'll. But I think I might just hang out in the general store for a second.
Okay.
All right, I shall be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about something for a moment too. Alright, I'm going to chill over here. Can you not actually use that? Interesting. Alright, we're gonna chill here. And I will be right back. Okay, we're back. Let's go see if it's just a mortar and pestle. And it looks like we have telegram. It is not. We'll have our drug maker figure that out, because I don't know. Let's go check to see what the telegram is. Wildflowers. I think you can pick up the agaritas here. Is this not the agarita one? Area? Hold on. It is. For $100, I'm gonna fucking get it. It's Luke! Fort Mercer is here. Oh, for fuck's sake. many do I need? 5.
I'm back.
So I got a telegram from Luke.
I
He's
probably
gonna
have one
be
too.
in Blackwater, but I picked up a job to get agaritas and take them to Painted Skies. So if you can help me grab those real quick at Fort Mercer, then we can head to Blackwater.
Pick what?
Agaritas.
Oh, I guess I've never heard that word pronounced before, but let me check my telegrams real quick, then I'll head out.
Is that how you
I'm
say
sure.
it?
I don't really know. It's one of those words I've read, but I've never actually heard said. So it's like, oh, that's what that word is.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not doubting you were saying it right. It's for oh, that's how it's.
Also, I cannot. It's not mortar and pestle. Something you're gonna have to help me figure that out. You're the person to figure that out.
Oh, I can see what I can do.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna check my telegrams real quick.
Oh,
Ready?
what was that?
Said, what an odd place for some graves.
You
They're like,
run into him or something?
oh no, there's 2 graves like right there, for some reason.
Oh. Yeah, it is an odd place for him.
But of course, Luke sends me a telegram with so many words put in it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I got the same telegram and I said that we're out here and we'll be reaching him in a moment, and he said he'll be in Blackwater, so. I just need 5, so just need to pick up a few of them.
Said that.
But I get $100 just to bring 5 over to Painted Sky, and I figured since we're in the area.
Yeah, might as well.
There's other people ask for Ooh, hold on. The road is odd. Okay. I find other places looking for agaritas, but they're all the way in like Rhodes and Saint Denis. Like I have to go all the way to the west to pick these up and then come all the way back. It's not worth it, but $100 and we're already here, so.
Yeah, it's one of those jobs you pick up if you already know you're going out there. And, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right, be letting you leave.
The only thing with Fort Mercer is a lot of people like to hang out here, so we should probably check that out first before.
Yeah, well, as long as we're not out here trying to cause trouble, we should be fine.
I hear horses, but I think they're the wild horses over there. I'm not seeing anyone.
Yeah, I don't see people running around.
Right. We got like Yellow flowers. I think I found it. There we go.
I guess I did pick it. Picked it with my mind. So looking for a bush with yellow flowers.
Yeah, there should be another one over here that we accidentally passed. There it is. Okay, I just need one more. There it is. You picking it?
Yep.
Hand them to me. Hello?
Hello.
How are you?
Not too bad, how are you?
I'm doing alright.
Y'all
Just picking up some...
agarita.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what we're doing.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright, well, enjoy.
We're on our way there. On our way now.
You sound familiar. Yeah, I think we've met before. Speakeasy. Think you might have taken a bit of a tumble.
You mean you threw me off my
I did not.
fucking horse?
I was not even on my horse. I was at the job board.
Likely story, likely story.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Well,
It's alright. You made up for it, thank you for the manages.
No problem. You all take care.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah.
As well.
Alright, now where do...
Well, we have to go to Pain Sky, so we might as well just go to Blackwater and meet up with Luke.
Alright.
And since he's in Blackwater, we can show him where that bench is.
I guess you can say we're connoisseurs of benches.
Do you think we should do? Because I have those decks at the bank. Do you think we should just go to Armadillo and pick it up there, or should we take the gamble it's not been hit in Blackwater?
Yeah, take the gamble. Luke may want to see where some of the plants are at anyway, so if we have to come out this way.
All right.
But yeah, that lady, I was at a speakeasy job board, and I was just looking at the board, and all of a sudden I hear hollering, and that was your fault. And I look over, and I just see her flat out on the ground for a moment.
Oh,
For some reason, she keeps on blaming me for that. Mind you, I'm pretty sure Sunshine was hitched up to a tree.
yeah, she's being a con artist.
I did give her because I did, you know, it's never fun flipping over your own horse, so.
Yeah.
But, I wanted to call her out of seeing her before. More of a, hey, you know, I'm probably a channel, maybe don't rob me.
Gotcha.
That and you see him face more than once, it's usually a sign like, oh, that person sticks around.
Do you think he's gonna be immediately check the apartment?
Uh-huh. Fucker should be glad I paid the rent. Scared the shit out of me there for a second.
All I
Very
saw
deep in thought.
in the dust, all I saw was a horse and it looked like a body laid over it, but no rider until they got closer.
Oh lord.
Yeah. A lot of people going west. Going to see Luke, filling him in on everything. Fun times. Dusty's a bit excited. Doesn't know why she's excited about the fact that the Silent Man's back, but you know. I mean, she does kind of. She understands why, but she's trying to ignore the fact that that's happening. Thinking about everything you need to fill him in on.
Very much. And there's not too much.
You know, connections
Yeah.
with Billy and those people.
That we now are in position of 2 gold bars. We can now have 2 sticks of dynamite.
Mhm.
Sold a 3rd. Someone, well, at least the component to make it.
She might possibly be wanted.
But yeah, that'll be like the last thing we mentioned.
Yeah.
We're not gonna open with that. It'll just be a very, very last minute addition, like, oh, by the way. just you might just a little one thing. Just a smidge.
Just
To be
just a
fair,
smidge.
they probably don't have my prints. I don't know if they got any from the packages. Yeah,
I don't know. Did you have gloves on?
I did not.
It's possible.
Again, it depends if they believe the name I gave them.
I mean, regardless, you're gonna have fingerprints to no names, so.
I mean, yeah, but if they have a nameless fingerprints, at least gives me a little bit of a leeway. I'll just have to start wearing gloves more.
Yeah, yeah. I don't like wearing gloves, so my fingerprints are everything.
I don't mind them. I grabbed the wrong pair when I got dressed.
I like showing off my rings.
I mean, makes sense.
And also they pack one hell of a punch if I have to punch someone.
It's very true.
Where do you think he's gonna be? Telegrams?
Ah, probably. That'd be my best guess. I'll just cut behind the stable.
And tell him to come with us and show him.
Yeah. Oh, there he is. Couldn't see him.
Come with us.
Come join us. Is it still dusty? It's not.
I'm gonna go get that one thing real quick. You can show him.
Okay. Will do.
Sorry, looking something up real quick. Hello.
Setting up. Oh, you can take a seat.
We discovered this the other day.
Makes talking a lot easier than trying to find a quiet place actually in Blackwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dusty can start us off.
Well, I guess I could start off with the prize.
Oh, thank you.
I do have another one because while I was out there trying to find these cards, put together a deck, I asked someone at the ranger station if they knew of any cards laying about, and they walked in immediately and picked up a deck and handed it to me. So I do have another one. It's the Valentine one if you're interested in that one as well.
No, that's all right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That's another person to add to my fan club, Game Warden Sal. Married man, but still flirting with me.
That sounds about right.
Mm-hmm. Supposedly he rolls his own cigarettes, and I told him about the business venture I had, so he said to come by and pick some up for free that I can sell on the wagon if I'm interested. Of course, the same time I was talking about my business venture of importing alcohol and everything else, he immediately asked me to that if I was a moonshiner, and I stared at him and was like, where did you get moonshiner out of importing alcohol and selling food out of a wagon?
Yeah, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone's a dirty criminal here in the crossing.
Apparently.
Apparently.
I'm innocent, though. So innocent.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Did you tell him about the Irish?
No, I haven't said anything yet.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, that's yours to tell.
I mean, I was gonna include it.
All right. And the Harley guy, what we think about him. What else?
So are these Irish the same Irish that you were with?
No. No, they're not. They just act rather similar. Um, had an interesting encounter with a doctor. I discovered him on the ground with his shoulder popped out of socket. So I know how to pop a shoulder back in socket thanks to the doctor teaching me because he needed help. And of course, I brought it to quote unquote safety here in Blackwater, but a bank was being hit. Al and I thinks it's our omen. What the? Okay. Al and I think it's an omen. Every single time we wake up, we encounter a bank robbery.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like he gets robbed a lot.
Mm-hmm. Tommy is chatting me up again.
Of course, I've been gone for a few days. There's no one to be jealous.
Yeah, exactly. He sent me like 2 telegrams today to see if I was available to go hang out with me because he wants to, quote unquote, teach me how to be a mountain woman and train me on horseback and hunting and everything else and bring me to the wilderness. I was like, do I look like someone who enjoys that?
Yes, because there's only two types of women, dolls and mountain women. There can be no other.
Apparently not. Which I mean, I think it's because Tommy keeps trying to push me to be a ranger, and the transit and rangers seem to both be desperate for recruits because I encountered a whole mob of both running up to me towards the Emerald Station the other day, trying to throw me sales pitches about how I should join one or the other. They were competing with each other. So I just sat there and just listened to them and let them continue on and act like they were getting my attention, and then decided to tell them at the end, it's like, I'm not really interested, but thanks for that.
Gotta love a drawn out competition between two groups no one wants to join.
Mm-hmm. They sounded so disappointed after I pointed out that I wasn't interested. For the more important things, I've met someone named Jesse Kidman who, which I'll get into the whole Billy thing, but apparently he's one of these students of Billy's classes. Of course, from what I can tell, he's more experienced in being a criminal and just there for making connections and stuff to be fair.
This is Billy the Badass. I feel like I remember meeting them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this Jesse Kidman apparently is a student of her criminal school or whatever. Apparently last time Jesse was there, they were teaching them how to crack safes, and he said he's really good at it and he's really fast, so he just sat there and watched everyone else struggle with it. I encountered him in Saint Denis, and he immediately was drawn to what I was wearing, so he immediately started talking to me instead of the other woman he was talking to. And he wanted to show me how he was going to break the ice during some speed dating thing that's happened over at Plucky Cactus, so I followed him out, which went from that he needs some help, honestly, in that in that I gave him some pointers, but who knows. But after that, he showed me locations where cannabis grows, so I know locations, and after studying those locations, I've actually found 6 locations where cannabis grows. I'm sure there's more out there, but with all of us picking cannabis, I'm already I have a half full or pouch full of cannabis, so we're good on that.
Good. Yeah, good.
Yeah. First, while I was with him, there was a wagon that would not go around my horse, and it was frustrating to both of us, and he asked me if I was okay with him doing something impulsive. Now, I was expecting him to just yank the guy off the wagon and drive it himself, but he shot the lantern and set him on fire. So he's a bit of an impulsive guy.
All right.
And he did make a joke, because I kind of hinted about the fact that I'm from Toronto, but I can't go back. And he's like, you must have bounties. And then he's like, don't worry, I won't turn you in. I don't like the cold. I was like, how about not do that at all?
Yeah.
So keep an eye on. I don't know if he's just joking or if he actually interested in cashing in.
Yeah. Stupid joke.
Mm-hmm. And the other connection, you know, the two, I think I told you about them, the good boys, oh god, what's the French guy's name? Emile and Panther. Did I tell you about that before you left?
I think so. I vaguely remember they're good boys.
Yeah. So I ran into them again. Of course, Emile completely forgot who I was until I, pointed out, hey, I know you. So I think they were trying to rob me until they realized who I was. And he's like, oh, it's you. I was trying to find you. And it's like, but we exchanged telegrams and I didn't get a telegram from you. So why didn't you just send me a telegram? But there's someone else named Holden that I met. So we now have contact with 3 people from the Good Boys. Might be someone we can, do business with in the future. He paid me like $200 to tell him where I think poppies are because they wanting to make opium for a friend. So
Well, that's good at least. Good money. Could just make it ourselves and sell it to them.
yeah, but you know, this was before I ran into Al and realized that Al was in the process of doing that. So I just kind of threw him in a vague, I think this is where the poppies are type of thing. But yeah, I have he seems to be a better person to keep in contact with, Holden, because he sent me telegrams since then to thank me and all that. And I tell him just he has any other things that he wants to get in contact with me for, then to let me know. So
Yeah, good.
yeah. Um yeah, I think that's it on my side. Al.
All right. Where do I start? Well, we worked through the first crate we had of mash pretty quickly,
Mm-hmm.
which I'll have to do the cut at some point. Might have there might be 90 or so bottles unaccounted for. But this is neither here nor there. Uh,
Well, it's here. So why are we missing 90 bottles?
oh well, things. And
Like,
I might have gotten a offer of some nitroglycerin, you know. So instead of getting paid cash, we got paid in that.
I
Which,
assume you have a plan with that that's going to get us back the money that we did not get from selling those bottles.
well, one of them I sold to someone that is learning from Billy, so they can technically learn to make their own dynamite. But I have a feeling once they go through the process, they will not want to make their own dynamite. I already have one stick made and plan on making the third I have into another stick. I mean, my goal is to, sell off a crate of it since that apparently is what most people in the crossing do. They don't tend to buy individual sticks, they tend to go for a full crate, which should get us around $3,000 of profit.
For 90 bottles of moonshine.
Well, it'll be more than 90 bottles of moonshine because it's about 30 bottles per exchange.
How many do you need in total for the crate?
I need,
8.
yeah, 8. So while yes, it might be better to, you know, occasionally get the money instead, it's another route to have connections through people. And plus, it opens the door for us getting other items such as bank bonds and gold bars, which I also ended up getting 2 gold bars. That oh shoot, no, I must have got 4 nitroglycerin because I think I traded one of
So
them
are we
for
missing 120 bottles of moonshine?
shit. Yeah, I guess we are
Are we? Like you, I remember only
because I
390.
made one and the dynamite, sold another to that guy
You sold
of one
nitro
on
to
my horse, and
one.
then I'm pretty sure I ended up trading. Listen, I've been trying to juggle a lot of things here on my own.
I'm
Trying.
more annoyed
Well,
at the lack of count.
look. I've never been good with numbers. This has been painfully clear.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, we've made progress in other ways, even with the lack of numbers being kept.
What'd you sell the nitrate for?
300, which seems to be the market rate. What most people sell, well, $10 per bottle. So yeah, I don't plan on selling that on its own. I only really did it because Billy was there, and while she just seemed like a character, I wouldn't mind becoming closer to her because it seems like we might end up, or at least I might end up becoming a fence for them. So whatever her class ends up getting, if they don't want to keep, will likely go to us. Of course, we'll have to buy it, but still. Speaking of which, ended up talking to one of them who might be interested in becoming a driver, which there was no real way for me to be subtle about what the deliveries were. I mean, we all met at a speakeasy. I can lie, but I can't lie that blatantly. Or at least I can't lie convincingly that blatantly. But I did give him a general gist of what we'd be looking for in a driver and that there's no violence and all that stuff. He was more than fine with that. He never does that kind of stuff. Has his own cover story about what he's doing, has a fish tackling box and everything. So he hasn't got back to me about that specific part, but he might be wanting to sell me a gun that he needs off his hands.
Yeah, all right.
But he hasn't got back to me because, well, the crossing was a bit of a mess few days. So
How close are we to the wagon?
I technically have enough for my own, you know, smaller wagon, but
I need to look again. I don't know what's in my bank right now.
sorry if you said something. I did not hear anything.
I just need to go to the bank and figure out how much more I can put towards it.
Uh, I know Dusty's saving up for her own. I guess it depends on, because I guess me and her were also talking earlier about what wagons do we actually need.
Yeah,
What would
because
help us
Well,
now versus later.
we're gonna need a storage wagon if we're taking in dynamite, gold bars, uh, all the others.
I'm
Unless
at
you're wanting to leave it in the apartment.
I mean, it's in the strawberry apartment, so at least it's not in the one here.
I'm at 4,000 for mine. Um, which don't you? I think you still owe me Al
Yeah,
for more. Um,
yeah. I was waiting until he got back because I don't trust my math.
okay. Yeah, because I think we may have been short $8 the last time.
Listen, it wasn't on purpose. I just, yeah, numbers don't make sense to me.
But yeah, I'm at 4,000 for mine, so still got a little bit of ways to go.
I'm at 7,700. But again, that's without cuts being taken out. So, which I guess I can admit this now. I did end up losing 10 bottles because I did end up getting caught by law today. All days. Didn't see law the single time I was working.
The law seems to be out in force today. I ran across a checkpoint today in a shootout in the same areas, actually.
And I might be a bit wounded, depending if they believe the name or not. Because I ended up getting away. Not conveniently, mind you. Not good, mind you. It's fucking stuck in the mountain for 2 hours. Rangers ended up having to get me in. Luckily, they didn't bother to tell all that they found someone that was up there. So
Is there anything else?
Something about these Irish.
oh yeah,
Oh, right.
Irish are not the same. We think they are, but a point of note for us to still keep an eye on is that apparently they've also been causing trouble in Blackwater. I haven't seen them here, but that's what I've overheard. And the few times I've been to Saint Denis and in the Bastille, specifically, I've noticed furniture being broken, just it being wrecked in general.
They're an aggressive group.
Very so. While we may not have to necessarily worry because of her, I would still suggest keeping an eye out.
Okay. And you mentioned a person. I forget his name.
Harley.
Harley.
Mhm.
Um,
I
I I'm just gonna say he's probably. I was hoping to keep him along as like some information to get from him, but he seems to not understand any sort of questions because I asked him like, "Hey, as a newer person in the crossing, what can you tell me about this place?" I'm not necessarily looking for names of specific people, but what gangs are around different areas, what sort of conflicts are bubbling up that I might want to, not accidentally get involved in. And he was acting like I was trying to get him to fucking tell me his deepest, darkest secrets.
Hmm.
And I think it's all because he gave me some information. I tried to follow up on it, my own looking into it, and he got very uppity about this. Mind you, the information he gave me, he said to a crowd of people. So I'm not sure how I was supposed to pick up that that was some top secret information. Never mind, I never actually mentioned he was the one that told me anything.
What was the information?
I was just about the first mention of the Irish.
Hmm.
That's it. So I've honestly just kind of been avoiding him at this point. If he's not going to be useful, well, also asking me probing questions about what I do and everything. It's like, you don't give me any information. Why would I give you any?
Yeah, he seems to be the type that's loose-lipped sometimes, tight-lipped other times, and probing people for information. Just,
Yeah,
I don't like the guy. All I do is jokingly say, "Hi, Harley," because, we do the whole, "Hi, Harley. Hi, Miss Harley." So,
yeah. So
Yeah, all right.
yeah. Nothing big, just more of a heads up. He's not someone I would go to casually for information.
Sounds good.
um, you gonna tell him about your idea for clinic or anything?
Oh, I mean, it's not really an idea for. Oh, my apartment in Strawberry. I was thinking about putting down a cot for in case, God forbid, one of us gets hurt and I have to operate on someone. Just be a bit easier than doing it in the field. Nothing
Yeah.
big or anything. Just
Yeah, all right.
Oh,
which
Sounds good.
I might swipe one of the sinks and stoves from the Blackwater place to put in there. I mean, unless you want me to start operating you on you guys with filthy hands. I mean, I could do it, but
yeah, I'd rather you not. Um, back to the Billy thing. Wasn't she interested? Of course, my
oh
name
yeah,
wasn't brought up or anything else. About me, just that uh, Moon
just
and
that
Shiner.
yeah, just that we have our own way of brewing shine.
She seems to be
She
interested in me hosting some sort of class.
she asked again. She wasn't very pushing. She was just more of a hey, if you're interested, we she would like for her. Granted, she doesn't know who Dusty is or anything about class, and that Dusty could remain completely anonymous, fully messed up. I said it's not my call because I mean it's not. I don't care either way. it's more of an opportunity for her if she wants to or not. But yeah,
Yeah, it's kind of up to you, Dusty, on that one.
yeah,
Okay.
we're not gonna say no or yes to that because I mean,
Well,
Billy seems like an odd person, but I do trust her to understand that keeping things, hidden is important.
well, Billy's not showing interest in reaching out to you in the first place, so
Yeah, I might have to try to hunt down her telegram or something.
that's the thing. We keep getting
I haven't.
telegrams from people, and they say we'll telegram you, and then that never really
Just
happens.
never.
So
Yeah, that's been our biggest issue lately. Is just no one gets back to us.
you want to tell them about the white-haired lady here, or no? Because
I mean, to be fair, I haven't seen her since.
since she was walking behind us, that
Yes.
yeah.
Uh, just long story short, if someone is knocking on the door a lot, and I mean incessively for like 30 minutes, just ignore it.
Why?
I may have angered a geriatric person at some point. It was a misunderstanding. It wasn't anything serious, but well, she kept on being snarky and just generally being rude. And I eventually just ended up going back in the apartment because while I was getting uh, MASH anyway, because I was going to start working. And I kid you not, for 30 minutes, she just banged on that door nonstop. I only stayed in there because if I went out there, I was going to go to Sisika, and I knew I would never hear the end of it if you found out. So I just stayed in the apartment.
Hmm.
Didn't help she had a very fucking annoying ass voice too.
Yeah, just a heads up if we ever end up having that happen again.
White haired old lady, a red kind of pointed hat. I think she had glasses. I don't know.
Yeah. It'd be unwise for her to do that if I was in the apartment.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just didn't want to go to Siska. Didn't want to explain charges.
Alright.
I guess the last thing we need to, I guess, tell or show him is the progress we made with other things.
Uh, True. Uh, I've gotten started on poppies and processing them into opium. After today, I'll have like 7 bricks and uh, I have some already broken up as individual hits.
Yeah, so we've got quite a bit.
I got a little bit of everything. See, we've been busy. That's why I can't keep track of numbers. We've just been all over the place.
I also discovered I spent hours combing through Saint Denis, and I've discovered 56 coca leaf plants that I've been working through. I'm not entirely sure how to turn it into cocaine. I have enough for that. Was probably something we need to figure out because it's not mortar and pestle, but I do have enough for at least one bump. Um, Again, like I said, we have a ton of cannabis as well. So we've been busy with all that.
Good. Yeah, it sounds like you guys done a lot of work. Good job.
Hmm.
All over the place.
Yeah.
Inventory wise on map, how's it look?
I have. I'd have to check. I have most of the mash that was left in the apartment on my horse at the moment, just because since it was just me, it's just easier than having to come back here.
So we need to make another crate.
Let me double check what I have on her real quick.
Yeah, it sounds like we need to go make another crate.
Yeah. We went through one crate and the same nights we made another crate, and by the time I woke up, he went through half that crate the next day. So
I've got 9 on her right now.
Yeah, so we need to make a crate.
yeah.
Okay. I think that can wait till tomorrow.
All right. Do we want to, or I can hand you the coca leaves, Al, and see if you can figure it out. Since I'm the shiner here, I'm not the drug maker.
I can try to brute force it.
All right. Maybe you need a stove, like opium. I don't know.
I honestly don't know.
All right. Let me go in the apartment here and see if it may be that.
Okay. You alright?
Yeah, I was just looking.
Hey, don't tell me you're already gone mad. Oh, no. I didn't look that way.
Someone's gonna have to open the door for me because I forgot the keys on Guinness.
Alright.
Also, I have your mortar and pestle still.
Did you say it was in here?
No, I have it.
Oh.
Which, since I don't have a key, you go ahead and put these in a right somewhere. But the book is in its pouch.
Yeah, we might have to start getting you set up in an apartment or something.
Yeah, well, I mean, I would, but one, I'm trying to save money, but two,
I mean, you can get
where?
like a hotel room.
I mean, I do have a hotel. It's in Strawberry.
Oh, okay. Alright, back out, because I don't know where Luke's at.
He went down an alleyway.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of curious.
Pronghorn group with the white hats are right by the telegram station with all their guns out.
Oh.
Yeah, not sure what's going on.
I mean, we can be nosy.
Mm-hmm.
I know that they're having troubles with certain gangs and stuff. Last time Tommy talked to me about it. I think the last time he said the Wicker Game, maybe?
I didn't see any other people, just them.
So you're just sitting out here to see what happens?
I'm looking over these ledgers real quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like I said, there's a reason I barely mess with numbers.
I try my best, but then my eyes go cross and I start losing focus.
And that's essentially what happens.
But yeah, I do have a hotel, but I figured shouldn't we keep things like that in one apartment instead of having it spread around?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we might just have to, I don't know. Because I had
Alright.
to put that in the empty crate in there because there wasn't any other space.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I was kind of concerned.
well, I mean, some of your stuff is in there, Luke.
I think, yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, it's his place, so. Which, oh yeah, I might have borrowed your pickaxe. I can return that. I just needed to get coal for something.
Did you already pay Dusty 54?
48. Is
Yeah,
it
I
48?
You are
Yeah,
54.
48.
Alright, so.
Then you need to give me 107.
Alright. So I give you 48, then. What's this? 50. What
So
again?
you need to give her 6 more.
Alright.
Moron, can't do math.
At least he did his job outside of that, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I needed to get those aggregators to Painted Sky to get me another 100. I'll do that later. Hello?
It's Dusty. Probably didn't even see us.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. That would make sense. Okay. Should we get out of here, or is there
Yeah.
more we need to do here?
No.
I don't think so.
Besides, I guess you can figure out that on your own time, how to...
Yeah. Give me like a day or so, I'll try to figure it out. Very long shit out here in town. I don't know who fled, but lasted well over half an hour.
So where to?
not sure. Where do you guys want to go?
I guess.
Well, I have to go to Painted Sky to turn something in, to deliver
Alright,
something.
follow you.
Either way.
Oh no. Patty, where are you going?
Apparently, Patty, you said you were going too slow.
He's the one who was moseying on over here.
Anything
To the
interesting in there?
could see I was I don't know what Luke's horse's name is. Could see Luke's horse like breathing down Patty's back the entire time.
Oh, don't worry, Sunshine decided running directly into a tree rather than actually turning like I asked was the best option.
Uh, where to?
Question again. I don't know. I guess we could see if anyone's around in Valentine or.
You want to go towards Valentine? It's probably not, besides rangers and deputies and Tommy and Strawberry.
What? You don't want to go see Tommy?
No, I don't.
I like
Might be.
Tommy.
Because
Yeah,
he
maybe.
doesn't talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you see, maybe Luke misses him. Maybe that's why he wants to see him.
Oh, God. Tommy
Where
likes to
people
hide
been?
away in his exhibit room and bring people there.
What about the soapium? Do we have anybody we can sell it to?
I mean, I'd have to have it on me. I don't at the moment.
Do we even know the price, the running price
Yeah,
for opium?
that's another issue. Is I haven't
We
been
need to
able to
figure that out.
ask people what the typical price is.
I suppose I could send a telegram to Holden and see if he would give me that answer.
I don't remember what we paid for him. The guy at the bazaar.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, I mean, eventually, I suppose since we're getting so much, we don't have to just keep it to that. But I mean, I wanted to keep some for the speakeasy as well. As our
Well,
location to sell.
I have 6 bricks, and then I have at least enough to make another one. So if we sell a little bit now, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, we're just finding out that I'd like that location to be where we sell a lot of our things at.
Yeah.
But yeah, I need to send a telegram to Holden and see if he'd answer that question, what the going rate is for opium.
Then let's go to a telegram station then. Oh, look at him being all fancy. I don't know where the closest telegram is. I'm guessing probably.
Yeah, I guess we want to go to Strawberry.
Technically, Riggs would be closer. I guess I don't know. All right, let's just
No,
go
let's
to
go to a
Valentine.
town. Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to town. We're going to Strawberry or Valentine?
Well, Valentine, if we're gonna try to sell anything, or at least have the idea to sell anything.
Okay.
I think I have it in my bank.
Yeah, I know he likes to come up this way.
second.
I was thinking maybe ask William too, but I remembered he doesn't like the idea of selling it, just using it, so.
If he buys it, he would never know the rate though. Could ask
I
us
mean, he,
what he usually buys it for.
I think he makes it on his own. I don't think he actually buys it from people.
Yeah, right.
50 per. Pipes are between 30 and 50. Would you give us some for in the morning? Alright. Just to let you know, nobody's allowed to sell for less than 15.
Interesting.
50. If they do, they're in danger. Alright. But yeah, be careful. It's city boys. And likewise.
That was 50. Alright.
Yeah, we heard.
Okay. I figured he was loud enough.
I didn't quite understand the last part of what he said, but
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said last part.
Essentially, be careful and either city police or city boys.
Hmm.
So look out for them. I'm not 100% sure. I try to get him to elaborate, but he decided.
it's just one in there.
Okay. Alright.
Oh, Patty, come on.
I'm Patty heard you were calling him a bit slowish.
Apparently.
There's absolutely no one over there.
Is there not?
Nope.
Where'd Luke go?
Speak easy.
Oh.
Sincerely, I have 9 on me, so that's why he said there's only one in there. He meant law.
Hmm.
Which I am glad they're probably doing paperwork. 'Cause, yeah.
Probably. Yeah, while I was gathering cards, because there's one up on their balcony, I called out to them because I saw a couple people doing paperwork one day. Just let you know, I'm climbing up on your balcony to pick something up and don't want to scare anyone. And they never responded. They were so buried in their paperwork.
Sounds about right. Yeah, we'll just wait here for him to come back. Unless law comes in, where law comes, then I will quietly dip.
Oh, I need to put money away.
He's putting the order up.
Mm. get myself another bottle of whiskey.
You want some milky sausage?
No,
Stew?
absolutely not. That sounds awful.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. It does not sound like something I particularly would want to eat.
Yeah, me either. That sounds disgusting.
Well, maybe they mean like the texture is milk. I don't know.
Why would you want sausages milky? What?
Listen. You're asking a man who doesn't know how to cook. Logic with cooking. Okay, I don't know shit.
Yeah, that's not good. Just telling you that right now.
Oh,
There's someone crouching around outside across the street.
And now they're here.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey babies. We meet again.
There's two, but we need one more bottle of mash.
What are you talking about?
Oh my god, what's that
I
out
mean,
that window
try
there?
to
I don't know what. That's
Run
not
back
a
and
window.
help
That
this
is
time.
something that you would buy drinks from.
I
They'll probably be gone by then.
suppose we can make a wheat one.
What the damn hell is happening?
Mm. Gone.
It's closer.
Better just to go to Emerald.
okay.
It has 5 stops. The last thing I want to do is stiff the last customer.
And I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay. There's craziness happening here, so move on.
Anything? Anything important happening?
Nope.
Nothing important, no. Just
There was
weirdness.
no one in here
Valentine
when
stuff.
Yeah, there was no one in here when we first got here, so.
No one who wants to chat with Dusty.
Oh, I'm not swallowing pellets I create. Damn, don't you know anything about an owl?
I am so glad we don't. Yeah,
Welcome to Valentine?
this place is fucking weird.
Oh, poor Sunshine and Patty.
It helps them blend in, you know.
Yeah. Three guesses on what they're running.
Go figure something like that won't get caught, but that going up a mountain.
Didn't you put a delivery driver one here or no?
Should be under the lantern.
It's not. Some greenhouse would be down.
Oh. I feel like returning the favor. Oh, whoops.
Someone is claiming to selling the best shine in the crossing. Uniquely made with different flavors and kick. Well, sorry to say there, buddy, but if you're going to put unique flavors in shine, that means that the kick is less. Which is it going to be? Flavor or kick?
Well, I guess, you know, if you have spiced moonshine, I guess that could technically be flavor and kick.
Yeah, I suppose. The more infusions you put in, the less of a kick it's going to get. Comparatively to just your original shine.
Yeah.
No. We need to make 3 stops 15.
We have enough.
Okay.
You have enough for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. God, you're asking me
I
to do
believe so.
math again.
Yeah, it should have exactly enough.
Oh, okay. You want to see if I could technically grab the old wagon?
Yeah, yeah, if you already got a wagon today, then just go grab that wagon.
Alright. Someone else will be taking that job, because yeah.
You mean to make the shine reel go and do
Yeah,
that?
give Jess the bottles so she can make the shine.
Okay.
I'll keep watch out here. Dustin, move your horse and have it lay down in a bush, please.
Why do you... Yeah, I'll be back.
I don't think I have enough room. I need. I need to hold things.
Mm-hmm.
How much can you hold?
And what you need me to?
And it's pretty heavy in what I'm carrying. So,
Yeah, that's alright.
can you hold more?
Mm-hmm. As much as you need me to.
See, Patty is not laying down. Hello?
How we doing?
Good? I need to finish. Dusty's pretty fast at making this, so she knows what she's doing. Still no?
Hmm?
Still no?
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
How many can you hold?
Quite a bit. Jesus.
Yeah, I had a lot. He's got a lot.
2 more.
Yeah.
Obviously, you're welcome to follow along if you want, but don't feel like you need to. And if Law shows up, leave.
I do need to lay my head down soon, so I probably shouldn't.
Yeah, no
So-
worries.
Good
Good
luck
work.
out there.
Thanks.
Law seems to be crawling around, so
Let's go.
That one guy looks like, William. I need to go check my telegrams. And then I need to AFK real quick. We're gonna be heading off soon, so. Did we forget our necklaces? We did. We didn't. Oh, they're there. Okay, they're just thin. Okay. We can check here for work until we have to go, but I need to AFK for a second, so we're gonna be right back. Okay. Let's make some money before we have to head out. All right, last one. Wonderful. Let's go to the city and put that in the bank. What did I put on here? I need that back. I need this back. All right. Might stop at the stable and get Guinness out so we can get the key and put it on Patty. I think the tackle box is also on Guinness. I think that was the last thing that was on Guinness was the tackle box, which we could just throw in the bank or something. Or put on Patty. Don't we have room? We do have room. Okay, we'll do that. Very nice. 600 away from 5,000. Alright, so the mortar and pestle's here, which we don't need actively. So yeah, let's go to Well, first check the board here, and second to get Guinness so we can get the stuff off Guinness to put on Patty. Ride Patty around for a few days. Alright, let's switch out. Guinness real fast. It's just a key and tackle box. Alright. We'll ride around on Patty for a few days before we switch back out to Guinness. Just kind of switch back and forth. We're gonna go back and double check the boards again because I kind of skimmed over it, didn't really pay too much attention. I don't know. I do that sometimes where I look at something, but I skim in tunnel vision and not actually read what it is that I'm looking at. Okay, looks like we're going to be leaving St. Denis soon. Wheat milk, I think you need milk for, actually, so never mind. Not worth it. I feel like if I pick that up and I try to find white-tailed deer, I'm not going to find any. Can we take that gamble? Go over to Heartlands. I can do the same amount of work, or probably least amount of work. Less amount of work. Just going to the farm, so. Let's go over to roads. And check that board to see if there's any tobacco jobs. We have a telegram. A lot of planks and wood shaving jobs. There's the white-tailed deer one again, but for Thieves Landing. For $10 less. I guess we should head towards. Oh. Never mind. We gotta go to dinner. Mm. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and head out. I will probably be back later on tonight, but it's likely going to just be me working, so probably not gonna see that bit. But yeah. Let's have Dusty come over here and crash and drink heavily because she needs it. Because she's one of those people. Be back another time.